Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome, y'all. Welcome back. Listen, I know I'm a minute or two late. My apologies. I got a little caught up, but I'm here. Right. So let's get ready. Let's get into our session for today. Let me move this so that way I can see just fine. Um, and I can answer y'all questions. So just in case I can't see your questions. I have my thing up so I'll be able to see them. So, all right, let's get to it. What did I do? What did I just do? Okay, there we go. All right, so welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a really great weekend and you are ready to go. We're going into our 12th session of the year for the live market analysis. We're talking more so about Forex. We do talk about crypto sometimes, and of course we'll touch on stocks depending on what the community is asking for. So as you all are jumping on here live or watching the replay, thank you so very much. Do me a favor and drop in the live chat or in the comments where you're watching this from, whether you're watching live or the replay. Drop in the comments where you're watching this from. Okay, so I'm in the great state of Texas right now. Prayerfully we will be moving back to the East Coast here soon. Final move since my husband is retiring. Yay! So for everyone that is new to this YouTube channel, thank you so very much for jumping on and watching me to learn a little bit about the Forex market. I really appreciate it. If you feel compelled to, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you share this video. Hit the subscribe button as well as that notification bell. So if you're not a part of the Prosperity Calls community yet, and you want to know when I'm going live to do things like this, live market analysis, and other things that I do talk about pertaining to trading and investing, and as well as entrepreneurship, then you can hit that notification bell so that way you know when I am live, okay? So as you jump on, do me a favor, make sure you just let me know where you're watching live or the replay from, and let's get into it, okay? So our next thing we're going to go into is talking about our last month. So last week we were supposed to go live, but I wasn't feeling well. So thank y'all for being, okay with me not being here on Sunday. Y'all rocking with me tonight. But last month, just a quick recap. We went 18-2 last month. So that means 18 of the trades that we marked up, they were winning trades. The other two, they did hit what would have been a stop loss because they went in the opposite direction. Something happened in the news, whatnot, so on and so forth. You can't win them all, okay? But I will say this, 18-2 is a really good record, right, for a whole month. So during the month of April, we looked at a couple of things, and I put the ones that we ended up marking up more than once, okay? So gold, of course, y'all know every single time we're doing gold. But so each week we marked up gold. We marked up Bitcoin twice. We marked up US 30 twice. That was by request, as well as us doing our process, the Prosperity Calls trading system. We were able to look at cash CHF, which is the Canadian dollar paired with the Swiss franc twice. The pound paired with the Japanese yen, that was twice, as well as the Australian dollar and the yen, that was twice. So the reason why I'm putting this up here is for those people who are really taking trading serious, especially in the foreign exchange market. We want to do something called collect data, okay? This data helps us to move forward, and it helps to bring down that feeling of being overwhelmed and like, well, I don't know what to look at. I don't know. Look, this is telling us on Sundays, these are some of the things that we typically see. So when we do our list for this month, it'll be the same thing. So this week and then next week, when I come back on, we'll be able to see which ones did we mark up more times than just once. Okay. So that's that part. So 18-2, really good. So woo-hoo, good job if you took any of those trades and you made some money. All right. So this week though, we have a bunch of news going on. I'm gonna just go over it But on Forex Factor, when we do get there, I'm going to click on some of those folders. So that way, if you're like, I don't know what that is, you'll be able to see what it is. Okay. So we have a bunch of bank holidays this week. Canada and Great Britain, they have their CPI numbers coming out. So these are all, everything that I have on here, we're considering these to be high impact news, which means for us, those people who do what I do, we stay away from the market during that time. We don't mess with it. We just let it play out, and then we look back at the market, do our reassessment, see if there's a high probability setup. If it is, great, we run with it. If it's not, it's all good. We move on and we come back the next day. Okay. So bank holidays, Canada and the Great Britain CPI numbers. Like I said, we have our unemployment numbers that are coming up as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Also on top of that, let me get back to this because the ad just popped up. So on top of that, we have the U.S. Federal Reserve. They have a meeting, as well as you have different members of the Fed that are speaking. So anytime you have them speaking, depending on who it is, more than likely, if it's not Powell, it'll be like medium impact news. But if it is Jerome Powell, then more than likely you'll see that it's red. He's not speaking this week as of right now when I looked. So that's why I don't have any red folders for him speaking. But there are other members that are speaking, and of course that meeting that's happening. So that's why that is considered high impact, because there is that meeting that's a red folder. Then we have Euro, we have the Great Britain, as well as US PMI numbers on top of that. And then you have New Zealand with Great Britain and Canada. They have retail sales numbers being released. Those are all red folder, meaning high impact news type of numbers. So we want to make sure that we are, paying attention to that and staying away from the market at that time. All right. So though that is our upcoming economic news, we are ready to get into our session for today. Remember, again, this is session 12. So do me a favor, if you are watching this live, go ahead, give me the thumbs up, because you are ready to go. And also feel free to share this live stream with anyone that is curious about trading or is currently trading, but they're not getting the results that they would like. They've expressed that to you. Share this with them. They may learn something. They may like something. If they don't, hey, oh well, they didn't. But if they do, that's great. They could take it and run with it, and then prayerfully they're able to see great results in the market. All right, so I'm going to remove this, and we're going to get started with sharing my screen. And as I get ready to do that, I hope you all are ready. You got what pair you want to look at. As a matter of fact, if you have an idea of what pair you want to look at, do me a favor and type it in the chat right now, so that way I already know this is what we're going to be adding to what we already have. All right, so I'm going to make our list real quick and then go to Forex Factory so I can show y'all how to view those folders, so you'll know what PMI numbers they are and CPI and all this stuff. So you're not sitting there like, Leon, I have no idea what you're talking about. You'll be able to click on there and you'll be able to see why it's important to us as traders. Okay, so our first one, I see the euro is very strong. So we're pairing the euro with the yen because that's weak. So we got euro JPY buy, euro CHF buy, and euro NZD buy. So that's 3 pairs so far. They're all saying buy. And then we got the pound. So we're going to have GBP JPY. That's buy. GBP CHF. Buy. GBP NZD buy. Again, if you are new to this channel and you want to know why am I looking at this, how do I know that I'm looking for a buy, I want you to do me a favor and go to how to know what to trade in the Forex market. That's on my YouTube channel. I have a series. It's parts 1 through 5. It goes through all of this stuff super slow, so that way you can get it. Okay. I said GBP NZD. All right. And then next is the Australian dollar. So we got AUD JPY buy. That's number 7. AUD oh man, I did that again. AUD buy. Number 9, AUD NZD. That's another buy. And then the last one is our Canadian dollar. This is number 10. So that's CADJPY buy. CADCHF buy. And NZD. Wait, what was it? NZD CAD buy. I mean, my bad, sell. NZD CAD sell. I don't know what I was thinking. NZD CAD sell. Okay, these are not pairs that I made up. If you have attended any of my boot camps, then you will have a trading journal that actually has each different currency pair that is typically traded. This is kind of like your majors and whatnot. This isn't anything like, your peso or nothing like that. Okay. So these are our 12 that we have. All are marked as a buy except for the last one, which is NZD CAD. We got that for a sale. All right. Now let's go to FOREX Factory. Again, if you are new to this channel, then guess what? You can always go and check out. Let me refresh this. You can always go to my YouTube channel and look for how to know what to trade in the Forex market, parts 1 through 5. I think I'll start putting it back in the description for now because I do have people that are jumping on that have not been on here. So that way they can just click on them. All right, so Euro JPY, we're looking for 2 green numbers here. We do not have 2 green numbers, so I'm going to put an X next to Euro JPY. Next, I'm looking for Euro CHF. This is a buy too. So we want to see 2 green numbers. We do have them, so I'm going to put a check mark next to Euro CHF. Same thing for Euro NZD. I want to see 2 green numbers. If I see 2 green numbers, I'm good, and I am not. So I'm putting an X next to Euro NZD. Next is GBP JPY. Gonna look for a buy. That is not 2 green numbers, so X next to GBP JPY. Next is GBP CHF. We want to see 2 green numbers. And do we see that? Yes, we do. So put a check next to GBP CHF. All right, GBP NZD is next. We're looking for 2 green numbers here. And we do not have 2, so that is an X next to that. So now we're looking for AUD JPY, 2 green numbers on here. We do not have that, so X next to that. AUD CHF, same thing. We want 2 green numbers because we're looking for a buy. This is 2 green numbers, so check next to AUD CHF. Now AUD NZD, 2 green numbers. Let's see if we got it. We do not, so X next to AUD NZD. CAD JPY, CAD JPY. Let's see. 2 green numbers. We are good to go. So check next to CAD JPY, CAD CHF. I'm typing too fast. All right, we need to see 2 green numbers. We do. That's a check next to that. And NZD CAD, we need to see 2 red numbers because this is a sale. So do we have 2 red numbers? We do not. So that is an X next to NZD CAD. Okay, so now we have looked at our list. We got a check or X next to it. Next thing we want to do is look at the news. Okay, so Powell spoke earlier today. That was long before the market opened, so I didn't even, pay attention to that. There is the yen has news, but it's low impact. So this yellow is low impact. I want to show y'all tomorrow there are a lot of bank holidays. So like we have the franc on our list. So to me, I consider that to be high impact because there is typically a potential for the market to not go in our favor, like it consolidate. Or I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, the market was running. The yen, there was a bank holiday for Japan. And when I say it was just running, like everything that was paired with the yen was just running up massive. So that's another thing. So that's why it's just high impact. I would just say, check it out. This is one of those times where you move at your own risk. Okay. Like seriously, that you determine that if you want to trade, when it's a bank holiday or not. I personally just stay away. I don't care what I see in the market. I'm training my brain. When I see that it's something considered in my mind high impact, I just stay away. Okay, period. It doesn't matter. Same thing with medium. So medium impact here we have this is Federal Reserve, so we have a member speaking. So if you want to know why is this important for you as a trader, right? Then you could just go over here and click open detail. Click it one time, and then you can just read what it's saying. Okay, so it's giving us a description of this due to deliver opening remarks at the third conference on the international roles of the U.S. dollar in Washington D.C. The source, of course, is the Federal Reserve. This is the Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller that'll be speaking. Okay. And then it just says more hawkish than expected is good for currency. So if the number is green, then that means the strength of the US dollar typically goes up. Okay. It's typically stronger. So when you look at the currency strength meter, we may see 4 to 6 bars. Okay. That's only if the numbers are green, or if you know the news that is being released is favorable. And then also it tells you here why traders should care. There's your information, y'all. So if you want to know what this is, why is this important to me as a trader, just click on that folder that says detail and you'll be able to get that information. All right. And that was not like, I don't understand why she's talking about PMI, CPI. Like, what does that mean? Right. Again, down here, we have CPI. This is on Tuesday, so it's not tomorrow. But you can just click on it. Bam. So look, it has forecast, actual red. It's not good for them at that time. So that will mean that the Canadian dollar at that time may have weakened a bit. How long that lasts, it just depends on the economy. Okay. And then if you just scroll down, why traders care. Consumer prices act for a majority of overall inflation. And inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices lead to the central bank to raise rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. So again, just knowing what these things are and how it can impact. If you see red folders, for me personally, those who trade with me, you already know we don't touch these trades at all. We'll give it an hour or two or whatever to figure out what it's going to do. We'll come back to the market, reassess. Even our orange folders, same thing. Medium impact, I have learned from hardship, okay? Personal experience. I still was like, well, let me just see. And I would put trades in and they still, the percentage of it going in my favor was low. And I'm like, I like my odds leaning, tipping heavier in my favor. If it's super low like that, I just stay away from it, all right? So totally up to you. You do what you do. But red and orange folders on FOREX Factory, we stay away from. Yellow is when we make our moves, okay? So yeah. So there you go. So now you have what is going on tomorrow. You got the franc, euro, and Canadian dollar. All three of those countries, they have the bank holidays, okay? So if I were you, I would just, steer clear. Whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, I'm going to stay clear. All right. US dollar is for me. That's what I'll be looking at, US dollar. Okay. So now we have that. Now we're going to investing.com. This is the last step before we go to the trading view. Again, if you are new and you're like, Leona, you're going so fast, I don't understand. I'm attempting to keep up. Well, what I'm going to ask you to do is go and check out the series that I have from last year, which is how to know what to trade in the foreign exchange market, or I say Forex market. It's a 5-part series. It breaks all of these things down one at a time. So part 1 goes over the currency strength meter. Part 2 goes over Forex Factory, so on and so forth, right? So that way you're not sitting here like, I can't keep up. I got you covered. Okay, so let me set this up, and then I'm going to put our list in here, and then we're going to see if there is anything worth looking at tonight. So, y'all, one thing while I'm doing this, I want to make sure that I share something with y'all. We don't force any trades over here. Won't do that. If the market don't look right, if everything is saying no, And guess what? I run with what the market is showing me. I've learned plenty of times to just follow the market and not attempt to make something out to be what it's not, because it makes no sense. You'll end up heartbroken. You'll end up broker in your account if you just keep pushing against the grain. You know what I'm saying? So just let it go. Come back when it's time, and then you'll start to see some consistent gains because you're not forcing anything in the market. So that's just my little tidbit. And also, while I'm doing this list too, y'all, what I'm gonna ask you all to do, if you have not taken this, like taking the time to consider, like, why do you want to learn how to trade? Why do you want to trade? Period. This is the perfect time to start thinking about that. We're still early in the year. NZD CAD. We're still early in the year, but I really want people to think about this. Like, do you really want to do this? Because as a trader, this is kind of like you being self-employed. So if you work a 9 to 5, you have a bit more work to do than a person who is already an entrepreneur and has been an entrepreneur for years, right? Because now you got to change your way of thinking, because everything is on you. You win, it's on you. You take lessons in the market, it's on you. It's not on anyone else. It's all on you. Okay. All right. So Euro JPY, we have buy across the board. So we are good. We'll just put a check next to the Euro JPY. Euro CHF, we are good. So put a check next to that. We have buy GBP JPY, buy across the board. Put a check next to that. GBP CHF, put a check next to that because that's buy across the board. Euro NZD, it's supposed to be buying, so that's an X. Put in the X next to that. GBP NZD, they're both not the same. This is supposed to be buy, so X next to that. AUD JPY, buy across the board, so we're good. Put a check mark. AUD CHF, buy across the board, so we put in a check next to that. AUD NZD is saying neutral for my new people. Y'all just steer clear of it. And since it has an X for Forex Factory, I'm just gonna put an X next to it because I'm not even gonna bother looking at it. CAD JPY, buy across the board, so we are good to go. Put a check next to that. CAD CHF, buy across the board, put a check next to that. NZD CAD is supposed to be selling, so again, that's another X. Okay, so that means we're looking for pairs that have 2 check marks next to them. Euro CHF, GBP CHF, AUD CHF, CAD JPY, and CAD CHF. So I'm going to look at, I haven't done CAD JPY in a long time, so I'm going to do CAD JPY. I'm going to do AUD CHF and GBP. Did the Great Britain have the thing tomorrow? No. Okay, good. Man. Okay, well, I still do GBP CHF too. So I'm going to do those 3. And then if anyone has, there we go. I see you, US 30. So I write down US 30. US 30. And then, of course, y'all know I look at gold. So I'm going to do GBP CHF, CAD JPY, since I already have CHF, and then US 30 and gold. So that'll give us 4 things to look at tonight. So I'm going to take that off because I might already have AUD. I might already have franc. So I'm doing GBP CHF first, and then we'll knock out these other ones real quick. So while I'm doing this, for all my people who may have chimed in, whether you're watching live or the replay, there we go. If you're watching live or the replay, again, I do have a series for this, so that way, if you're like, Leona, I have no idea what you're doing when you get on TradingView, go watch that series of how to know what to trade in the Forex market. I go over how I do my top-down analysis, why I do it in this manner. I take my time to show people this because this is another part. This is another step that I feel like if more people took the time to do and didn't rush, that they will have more success in the market. Okay. You got to analyze the market, y'all. You can't just go jump on and be like, okay, so I did these steps and now I'm just going to skip everything else and I'm going to get started. Like, no, you need to look at what is the market telling you. So I'm on a month, right? I did my high and my low for the previous month. So for the month of April. But what does the month look like to me? Well, it was selling. If I'm looking at it like this, boom, it had been selling. It's reversed, and now it's pushing back up. Okay, cool. So we should be seeing that buy that we talked about. So now we're going to go to the week, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mark my high, however high it went, and then I'm going to mark my low. I color code my stuff because I want to make sure that I know what time frame, what color represents what time frame. Because if I didn't do that, boy, I'll be so lost. Super duper lost. And I don't like being lost. I like knowing what the heck I'm doing. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I see that week, it consolidated, it pushed back down, it didn't go lower. So possibility that, you know, GBPCHF might slow down. It might push back down. You never know. Okay. But if it breaks this previous week high and keep going up, we good to go. We got our buy with GBPCHF. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Previous day. What is the previous day high and previous day low? So my previous day high is the same as my previous week high. So now I have that marked. They're the same. See, this is how this would have been a day. So now let's look at the day. It's been buying, push back, pull back here, went a little higher, retrace again. We still have a higher low here. So that tells me that this market is still trending in a buy. All right, cool. So now I'm going to the 4 hour, y'all. On the 4 hour for me, because I trade on the 1 hour and I trade candlestick patterns. What I do on the 4 hours, I look for what is the market telling me. Is it a trending market? Is it a ranging market, or is it a choppy market? All right. Once I establish that, if I say, yep, it's either trending or ranging, then I'm going to proceed with my field. I'm going to put my Fibonacci on there because that helps me with determining if I'm going to push forward with trading, if there's an area I should pay attention to, or what have you. So price was buying, it pulled back, and now it's breaking. Looks like it's breaking past that week high. Okay, so we've had our buy. It just had a really long retracement here, stalled out, consolidated here, and then went back into the buy. Okay, so now I'm going to mark this pass. See, that went down there, but I don't want to use that. So I'm gonna go here where this buy began. See, it went here. So once this turns around or whatever it's gonna do, then that'll let us know. But it looks like it already cleared that 5618 zone here. So when it consolidated, look at that. Yep, it sat in there for a while. So yeah, so this definitely is showing us, it's giving us buy, and some more buy, and some more buy. If y'all have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat. Or if you're watching a replay, type your questions in the comments. And I always do come back to it because I post what the results were from my trading analysis. Okay. So for me, looking at GBPCHF right now, it is breaking this previous week high on the 4 hours. So I will be looking to see where the next potential area of possible resistance will come. So I'm going to go to the hour and see what we have going on here. So yeah, so see on the hour it's showing me we slowing down a bit, okay? Buyers don't have that big massive momentum. So let's see. I'm trying to see if there's a high point here, higher point. But it looks like, let me go to the 4-hour. On this hour, it's looking like that's as high as it's been. And if that is the case, then I would not be risking it to take this trade for a buy. I would actually wait. So yeah, see, I'm not seeing, there you go. Okay, so this far back. It's really not that high though. This is 22. Yeah, that high ain't that great. On average, how often would you say you trade when you don't have a boot camp going on? I'll say I'll be lucky to get like 3 to 4 trades in a week. Me personally, 3 to 4 trades in a week. If when I don't have the boot camp going on, when I had a boot camp going on, I ain't even gonna lie. Like sometimes I'd be lucky if I get 3 trades in a week. Not even gonna front because I just be so busy. But on average, I'll say I probably get about 1 to 2 a week. I don't know why I did it. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be changing this to solid green. There we go. Yeah, but on average, when I do have the boot camp going on, 1 to 2 a week. And then normally my days that I do get to trade are like Tuesdays and Thursdays because Monday I'm getting off of, the sessions and I'll be so tired or whatever. And then I'm starting my day and then I have the session. So if there's something I may catch Monday, but more than likely I end up catching the trade on Tuesday because that's when stuff plays out for the most part for me. What I trade. So Tuesdays, sometimes on Wednesdays, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays are like my hot days. I don't really trade on Fridays like that unless the market is like, oh yeah, what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be able to get in and get out. Like I can see it, like, oh yeah, this about to just go or whatever. But I don't really trade on Fridays that often, nor do I trade on Sunday nights because I have times of days that I trade. So I don't trade on Sunday nights. I just use Sundays to mark up. So what I'm seeing on the 4-hour for GBP it looks like I'm trying to see. There we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's better. So I had to go back to August of 2022 because I'm like, that is too close. That's not a good look. So let me see. I see one. Hold on, let me do this right here. Okay, so that's just one peak, but we got support here. So it was support and it was resistance. So that's 3 touches. And if I go up some more, let's see, what about here? This one might be better. You got resistance. That's still 3. I don't really. That's 3, 4. So between, where is it at? That 3. It was a resistance. There we go. So this could be one, right? Where'd it go? Up. There we go. So this could be one. And then we could do up here, wherever it was just at. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the other one. Okay, so we have 2 potential take profit points, and that's only if the pound remains strong, especially with the franc having. I want to say the franc has the bank holiday tomorrow. I believe it was the franc, and then we got 1, 2, and then 3, so 4. So I would do 3 here. All right, cool. So we found some areas where price may go if the pound remains strong. Okay, so I'm going to identify this as take profit 1, 2, and 3. And then again, for those who have been watching and following, y'all please make sure that you're looking at your risk to reward on this. If this is too close and it's not giving you at least a 1 to 2, then that means use the next higher area as your potential take profit point. Okay, because you want to get the most for entering this trade, because different brokers charge a certain amount, different amount to enter into their trade. So some brokers are very cheap, some are a bit higher. It just depends on who you have. So it doesn't make sense to enter a trade and then you're looking at a 1-to-1. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be smart about it. Let's try to get more for what we have. Oh man, I'm tripping. I'm trying to clone. And I'm just pressing it like it's just gonna clone on its own. So yeah, so we got 2 potential take profit, 3 potential take profit areas. Again, if the risk to reward is not there for this take profit 1, then make this your take profit 1, and then this is your take profit 2. Okay. Again, y'all, for those people who are new, welcome. Okay. But I am not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed or anything. I'm a student. I'm sharing with y'all what works for me and what hasn't worked for me in hopes to help you to start seeing some consistent profit in these markets. All right. So we got the buy setup for GBP CHF. As we can see, prices already pushed up above this week. So what I would like to see, and I share this with everybody, I'm a conservative trader because it's already a risk being a trader at the end of the day. So I'm conservative. So what I'm going to look for is for a price to retrace down to this week, possibly week high and day high, and then form a new bullish candlestick pattern. Okay. And then confirm above this week, and then I could take it for the buy. Okay. I would not enter the trade just because it's buying right now. I want to see a retracement back down, a new bullish candlestick pattern, and then it confirms, then I could take the trade. Okay. But I want to see that happen, that confirmation to occur after the retracement. I want that confirmation to occur above this previous week high. All right. So even if it retraces down a little bit more, even if it retraces down a little bit more, that's fine. Okay. Just as long as the confirmation comes back above this previous week high. Okay. If anything, this could be our take profit 1 for a sale, take profit 2 for a sale, because this is our previous month high, previous day low here. So I'm going to do take profit 1 and take profit 2 for the sale. Again, y'all, if the risk to reward is not there, just simply move this from this being your take profit 1 for a sale to this being your take profit 1 for a sale. All right. That's all you need to do. Calculate your pips, especially for those of you that have been trading for a while. Y'all know how to do that. You know how to use the tools on TradingView as well. If you are new to trading, then you may want to watch some videos from what's his name? Oh my gosh, the trading. I gotta look. I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, I refer a lot of people to him because I haven't updated a lot of these videos because I provide training on all this stuff. So, but just learn about your pips, how to calculate them. I can show y'all real quick how to use a tool on here to know what you potentially could gain or lose. This is a good spot for a sale. So I'm gonna use this one as a take profit 3 for a sale. Okay, oops. And then I'll show y'all what I mean by risk to reward. Show y'all what I mean by risk to reward. Because you want to be able to see that you stand to gain more than what you are willing to risk in the market. All right, so let's say we do see, let me make this a bit wider. Why is this so loud, or is it just me? It's like super loud for some reason. Jeez. There we go. I feel like I'm yelling. All right. So anyway, all right. So we have our retracement, right? Let's just say we have our retracement that has occurred. So we're going to do from where our confirmation candle is at. Okay. We can calculate the number of pips that we stand to gain to our potential take profit one. Now, because I trade candlestick patterns, the candlestick patterns that I look for, I already know where my stop loss should be based on the type of pattern. Okay, so it's no guesswork on where I should put my stop loss for my new people that are new to trading. That just simply means an area where we want to be exited out of the trade if it's not going in our favor, or in this case, going in a buy. So like, let's say from here to here, that is a total of a 45 to 46 pip move, meaning 45, 46 points moving up in our favor. Okay. Each point represents money. Okay. There's a dollar amount depending on how much you're putting into the market. That stuff you should know if you've been trading. If you have not been trading, then of course, if you want to learn with me, by all means, you'll be able to click the link that you see in the description of this video and start learning what I have available. I'll go over that stuff later. Okay. If you want to see what your potential stop loss would be, let's just say, hypothetically, I'm putting my stop loss here, right? I'm just going to throw a number out there. I don't, this trade hasn't played out. So if this is my entry, then I'm going to take this ruler and go from where I'm potentially entering and drag it down to where my potential stop loss would be. I'm trying to get it there. So that's 38. So a 38 pip move, 38 points in the opposite direction to gain 45 points to go in my favor, that's not a 1 to 2. That's a little over a 1 to 1. I don't want that. I want more cushion. So that's the reason why I would not make this my take profit one. If this was my stop loss, I would have to make this my take profit one for a stop loss of 38 pips. All right. So hopefully for those of you that are wondering, that should answer your question. All right. So now we got this done. GBPCHF is complete. You can screenshot it real quick. Okay. And then we're going to move on to CAD JPY and then US 30. And if you all have any questions, by all means, feel free to type it in the chat. Thank you all so very much for jumping on. Those of you that are new, welcome. Those of you that have been here for a while, welcome back. I appreciate you for jumping on. Feel free if this is making sense. If you are liking it, make sure you give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That lets people know that this content is making sense to some folks. And oh yeah, this is old. I'm gonna redo this whole thing. And if you really want to stay connected, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And also hit that notification bell, especially if you are not part of the Prosperity Calls community and you want to know when I'm going live to do stuff like this. Also to share gems, nuggets, things that I have learned as a trader over the past 5 years. I do go live just sharing things pertaining to trading and investing because I am a full-time day trader and a full-time investor. That's what I do for a living. I don't work a job. God bless y'all. I retired from the Army. 2021, I said, I'm done. I don't want to work a job. I'm tired of people telling me what to do. I am. And I love the freedom that trading gives me. I make my own schedule. I collect my data. They tell me what I need to do, or what I should be considering doing. Okay. All right. So KJPY is what we're marking up now. I'm doing my top-down analysis. I don't know why I did that. Doing my top-down analysis, this helps me with making a decision on whether I want to enter the market or not. But if I should stay away, I should stay away because, listen, you don't want to be just jumping in just cause. Okay? That ain't cute. You lose your money that way. Okay? David say, I'm tired of working for someone already. Now that's sad when you got a 17-year-old that's like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. Imagine the people who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, you know what I'm saying? Even some in their 70s that's still working a job. Listen, y'all, trading gives a freedom that you just, like, there's no price on that. For me, anyway. There's no price on that. I'm grateful to God for this skill and grateful to every single person that's helped me to learn more about this skill. And that's still encouraging me to this day. Like, seriously, I appreciate every single person because it definitely take a village to learn this, to get it, like to really get it, and then to stay with it because it's very easy. It's super easy to, be like throwing the towel because it's hard. It is. Your schedule is hectic. I get it. You got kids. I get it. Trust me. You're not the only one. Everybody got life going on. But if you really want to make something happen, if you really want to change your situation, you got to find what you like and stick with it. But trading ain't for everybody. I sure want people to know that. Okay. So now I have my fib on here. It's like I've been marking nothing but buys lately. Like I every time I get on here, I don't really get to see many opportunities like for me to mark sell my field. It's like every blue moon. It's been buy, like all this year so far. For the most part, it's just been buys. Anyway, so I got my field marked. I'm gonna drop down to the hour to see what it looks like because on the 4 hour it was buying. So we did have our sell. Reversal happened down here. It hit the 5618 zone as well as this previous week. This is where our previous week low is at. All right. And now it's been staying in between this day high and low. It broke it, but it's coming back down. So because this week high is super close to this day high, I would actually, me personally, everybody's different. Whatever your trading strategy is, if you've been trading for a while, whatever your trading strategy tells you to do, you run with that. But for me, because I trade candlestick patterns and I'm conservative as a trader, I would actually wait for price to break this previous week high. I'm going to just give y'all a demonstration with the arrows. I like using the arrow. So I would like to see price break here. Okay. Come back down, retrace in this area of this previous week high. Okay. And then form a new bullish candlestick pattern and confirm above this previous week high and then come back up. Okay. So if the Canadian dollar keeps that strength and the yen does not, then we could see potential movement back up towards this previous month high. Now, here's the thing. This is a large gap between this previous week and previous month high. So that means I'm going to need to identify where price has been in between these two and where it may return to. Okay. So if I can't see anything on the hour, then I'll move to the 4 hour. Okay. But it looks like it's a little something here. And then I'll change it to a line chart because line charts make it easier for me to spot my peaks and my valleys. So, that's not it. Oh, it's just so high. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm probably gonna go to the 4 hour and see if I see anything else. Let me go to the 4 hour and see. Don't hurt to look. Okay, so this is how it looks on the 4 hours. So it's only one. Let me see if it's any more further back. And if not, it's gotta be, because that's a very large gap. Like there has to be something. I'm probably gonna have to go to the day. Let me go to the day, because me attempting to go all the way back here. Oh, I'm in 21. Okay, so y'all, because I'm in 2021, I'm definitely not going all the way back. So this is what I would suggest when it comes to when you have stuff like this. Um, you definitely, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but I would proceed with caution. I use something called trailing stop loss. Okay. Most of these brokers have stopped you from being able to use use it automatically, where it automatically trails for you and you have to manually do it. But I still do the manual because I just want to secure profit. So in my head, because this is such a large gap in between the two, the previous week high and the previous month high, and there's not enough like actual touches for me. Normally, if you're going to have resistance or support, if you have like 2 or more touches, then there's a stronger possibility that price is going to come back to the area. Because I'm only seeing excuse me, because I'm only seeing one, you know, for me it's like it may, but I don't have the confidence in that that it's going to come all the way up here. So depending on the amount of pips that it has, that'll determine if I'm like, hey, I'll just do a trailing stop. Okay. Not gonna lie. Hey, if it's a lot of room, I always do trailing stops. So like, let's say it comes above. There. Okay. So up here to here, we're looking at 100 pips or less, clearly, because you would need the price to move. So probably, 70 to 80 pips possibly. Okay. I would definitely use a trailing stop loss. So take profit 1 is going to be this first green line for buy. Then take profit 2 is the next green line. Again, like I said, for the other one, if the risk to reward is not at least a 1 to 2, then guess what? Change them out. Instead of this being take profit 1, this is take profit 1. Okay. And then our previous month high is going to be the take profit 3. And y'all, the more take profit points, the lower the percentage of it possibly hitting that. Oh man, get back up there. The more take profit points, the lower the percentage. So, there's a possibility of it coming to take profit 1, definitely greater than 50%. Take profit 2, you may be like, 50% or a little less than that. Take profit 3, listen, that's a long shot. Okay. But just something to think about. Now, as for a sale, I would personally wait until it has cleared this day area here, just in general, because it has bounced in between these two. So I would wait for it to clear both the day high and the day low, right? And that again with my arrow. So I would want to see price come down and then retrace back up to this previous day low here, and then push back down. And as it pushes back down, it creates a new bearish candlestick pattern, okay? And it confirms below this previous day low here. And then the top of this, top of this 5618 zone, that's going to be my take profit 1 for the sale. So you can either do the top or this previous week low. Totally up to you, okay? But I would do here as long as the risk to reward is there. 1 to 2 at a bare minimum. Anything greater than that, awesome, right? And then I'm going to do take profit 2. Take profit 2 is going to be the bottom of this. Bam. It'll be the bottom. Again, if the risk to reward is there, you just swap them out. Okay. And then Take profit 3 is going to be the top of this demand zone here. There we go. Okay. So you can either do the top, you can do inside, you can do the bottom of the demand zone. Totally up to you. But I always just do the top of something because it could just, the lower shadow could just hit it and then bounce back up. And then I'm out to trade. I've made my money and I go on about my day. And I'm not like, oh man, it didn't keep going. I don't care. It wicked it, I'm good to go. I made the money. Okay. So totally up to you. So let me show y'all this, and then that way I could save it and y'all got it. So you can screenshot. Let me move this out the way so y'all can screenshot. Give you a minute. All right, and then I'm saving. Now we're going to US 30. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. If you are new here, welcome. And if you have not join the Prosperity Calls community, feel free to do so. You can click the link in the description of this video and join the community. Oh, I did do one for US 30. It has blown through this though. Okay, I did do a sale. If you are not part of the community, also please make sure that you hit that notification bell. Okay, so that way you know when I'm going live. If you want to be able to connect and jump on these sessions with me, or just to learn more about trading and investing, just in general, I'm gonna just do this all over because this is last month and I don't want to keep moving lines when it comes to US 30. Okay, so yeah, and then also hit that subscribe button too, y'all. You know, become part of the community. That's another way you can become part of the community. Hit that subscribe button on here. And if you are new and you're wondering, like, Leona, what are you doing? You're just putting lines on here. I am doing something called a top-down analysis. This helps me to identify where price has been, where it could potentially return to. And that helps me with making a decision if I want to enter a trade or if I want to stay away, if I want to steer clear. So US 30 has broke out of this choppy type of market here on a month. So awesome. That means we are looking at some buying pressure. And for those who are curious, I teach, I'm heavy on technical analysis, but I also teach fundamental just a little bit because we do need to know what's going on in the economy, right? We do need to know that. So those are the things. I'm heavy on technical, but I also show fundamentals. Okay, so it looked like the day is kind of like right next to the month. It is. I see it. Okay. So, but I got room, so I'm still gonna mark it. There we go. Bam. All right. So now I got my month, my week, and my day all marked, highs and lows. Okay. Another thing too, if you want to, focus on, well, where did the market close at? You can do that too. Where did the market open at? You can do that too. Every trader is different. Whatever works for you, run it. That's what I tell people. Run what works for you. That's the best advice I can give you. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to press. Work whatever works for you. Okay, so US 30 has been running for a minute. So if there were to be a retracement, then you may see that happen this week. But again, everything depends on news, what's happening in the economy. Okay, what are investors feeling? What are investors thinking? All of that stuff matters. How much are we spending as consumers? These things matter. Okay. And that's what some of these numbers are about this week. So when I did the upcoming economic events, that stuff is what we look at too. Okay, so there we go. All right, so US 30 is marked with the fib, and looks like it's attempting to break out of this previous month high. If it breaks that previous month high, then we definitely have, I think this will be another all-time high for Dow Jones. I want to say this will be a new all-time high, I believe. I have to go back and look. If you trade US 30, let me know if this is going to be a new all-time high, breaking this 40K. I believe it is, though. But we'll see. All right, so price has been staying here, touching, sitting here. So yeah, I would need to see a break, retrace, new bullish candlestick pattern form and confirm, and then go up. Okay. I'm actually going to look and see if there's anything higher than this. I really have a feeling this is an all-time high. I really think so. But I'm gonna go to a higher time frame because I don't even want to waste my time with the hour. Because we are already over 3 minutes. I think I'm gonna start. Having the list already completed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have the list already completed before getting on here. Yeah, so looks like this is the high, y'all. Okay, so with US 30 for Devin or anybody else that wants to trade US 30, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everyone else. When you have areas like this where it's at an all-time high, y'all proceed with caution. I'm not playing. This is where trailing stop loss will definitely come in handy. Okay, meaning as price goes up, you're going to establish how many pips has it gone up that you want to move your stop loss from where it is to in profit. Okay, that's a trailing stop. So if you're like, hey, every 20 pips, I want to move it up. Okay, cool. I'm moving it up every 20 pips. If you want it to trail 30 pips, 40 pips, whatever, okay, cool. So I let it get 40 pips in profit, and then I'm gonna move it to like 1 or 2 pips in profit. Okay, I won't move it to break even. I just move it to 1 or 2 pips in profit, and then as it moves up and hits 80, then now I'm gonna manually move it 40 pips in profit. Reason we have to do it manually because majority of these Forex brokers do not have the automated trailing stop right now. Okay. It's not just me. I've been talking to people in Belgium too. They're experiencing the same thing with their brokers in Europe. So that means there's something going on. Trailing stops in the Forex space is not being utilized or not being made available with these trading platforms. Okay. So you have to manually do your trailing stop. So for US 30, like I said, trailing stop, y'all. I would not be just saying, oh, it's gonna go up 100 pips, 400 pips, 600 pips. I'm not doing that because I don't have any data to tell me that. Okay, this is a high, so we just gotta play it by ear. And I would rather be safe than sorry. But to be honest, US 30 is a little too risky. So I definitely wouldn't be just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let it run. Devil is a lie. Okay. Now, if this were to push back down into a sell, then because US 30 is a little different, I could see this being a take profit 1, this being a take profit 2. Okay. The movement is a little bit different with this. So we could do take profit 1 for a sale. Oh, yeah, I had it. So 1 for sale here. Okay, especially since it's above this previous month high. And then we'll do this one as take profit 2 for sale. Okay, and then I'm going to establish one more area, looks like here, but let me change it to a line. I'll be real quick, y'all. Looks like we got, I'm trying to get it here. Yeah, so this is a lot. So this would be take profit 3. Okay. So for US 30, I can't give you a take profit for the buy because this is an all-time high. Proceed with caution with that. Again, y'all, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed, a licensed trader or anything. I'm a student. I'm telling y'all what works for me, what don't work for me. Okay. What don't work is just going in blind and just like, hey, it's gonna do what it do. That does not work for me. I would do a trailing stop, and I would keep my trailing stop tight, to be honest, especially because it's an all-time high. Me personally, I just wouldn't trade it, because US 30, that's a little too risky to be doing that. That's just me though. Everybody's different. But I would definitely be looking for the sale as well, and I have take profit points for that. So you can take a screenshot, be good to go. All right, I saved it. And last but not least, my number one goal. Okay, look at that. Marked this up on Monday last week. All three. Bussing. Now let's go do let's go do a new week. Okay. I could delete this too because I already, that was just me wanting to see what the market was gonna do. Collecting data, y'all. That's what I do. I collect data. Okay, let me get this alpha here so I can see. So this is the high. And this is the low. Bam. All right. So now I got my high, my low for the week. I already had the month done, so I'm not going back to the month. And now do the day. And so every Sunday, I mark up my charts. And all I typically would have to do is like just update the week and the day until a new month happens. Then that's when I'll have to do a new markup from the month. So if it's something I trade, pretty often, then I don't have to do that. Doing all of it all over again. I'm locking this because when I be moving the screen, sometimes I'll move the lines and then I gotta come back and redo it. Then I be mad at myself because I'm like, why didn't you just lock it? All right, cool. So now we got the day for gold. Buying again, another all-time high. Okay, so again with gold, because this is another all-time high here for gold. I would be very cautious. But me personally, I would wait for the sale. That's just me. I'm not about to do a trailing stop and all that stuff. It's totally up to you if that's something you want to do. If you do, then I would wait for, because this is 1010. Yeah, this is just starting out. So price could come up here a little bit more, then retrace, okay, and then push up. And that's only if the US dollar is not strong. Okay, so depending on news tomorrow, that could change. Okay. If the dollar does strengthen, then we should see a sale. Typically, we'll see a sale. So my take profit is definitely going to be my previous day. Bam. My previous day here. Oops, my bad. I'm on a 4-hour, y'all. Listen, I'm like, I don't have a line drawn. My vertical line, because I normally have a vertical line on here. Okay, I'm tripping. My bad. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I still will have my sale. Take profit 1 for the sale here. And then I'm gonna fix this. Hold up. I need to fix this, my bad, y'all, because if not, it's going to irritate me. Okay. All right, cool. So I will be looking for the sale, y'all, to be honest. So this would be my take profit one. I want to see a bearish candlestick pattern. I actually want to see it confirm below this previous week high here. If it confirms below this week high, I'm in it for the sale, not even gonna lie, especially if it's in my window. So if it's London or New York session and that happens, I'm in there like swimwear, not even playing. I just won't do the buy because again, it's an all-time high. Anytime we have our all-time highs, typically you'll see price start to drop. Okay, at some point. So that's the reason why I'm like, nah, it's at an all-time high. I don't want to do the whole trailing stop thing. I'd rather just let price drop down. Okay. So I'm preparing for a sale. Me personally for gold. You do what you do because you're gonna be trading with your money. But me personally, I'm going to be looking for a sale. I'm not even going to play with this buy that has been occurring because we're at a new all-time high for gold. Okay. So now let me just mark my next potential sale area. I use my top-down analysis to help me with that. That's why I really like doing this because it take out the guesswork for me. If price has been there before, there is a potential for it to return. So now I don't have to do any extra work, right? I mean, hopefully that makes sense. Let's do this. I'm gonna drag this over. Bam, lock that back up. And so we may see price hit here where this 5618 zone is at. So it may come here. Okay. And if it does, cool. If it don't and it stop at my take profit too, guess what? It don't matter. Money has been made at the end of the day. All right. Okay, so now we got it, y'all. We have gold marked up as well. So you have your take profit points for a sale. Like I said, because this is another all-time high, I'm not preparing for a buy on this. I want price to figure out what it's going to do and then drop down into a sale, and then I'm going to get the sale. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. My percentage is higher for my take profit one. This is just historically. I'm definitely well over 50% that price could potentially come back to this previous day low here for a sale. Then the number decreases the more we are expecting price to drop down in this case. So we're looking at like, maybe 50% or a little less than that. And then the number just goes down percentage wise of it hitting those areas. Does that mean it will not hit it? No. It just means that our percentage, we want to lean in the odds. We want to lean when the odds are more so in our favor. So definitely take profit one is where I'm eyeballing. Take profit two will be like a really good day. Take profit 3, 4, 5. That'll be like, man, yeah, people are selling their gold, right? So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you all learned something today. Thank you all so very much for jumping on here. I appreciate it. Most definitely. Thank you for the questions. Y'all now have 4 trades that you can start looking at. Okay. We're going to close this out with letting you all know for my people who have missed out on the 90-day trading boot camp. Maybe you are a person who really prefers one-to-one, like you're like a hands-on person. You really need somebody walking you through stuff. I do have a 1-to-1 6-week intensive trading boot camp, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is only for people who are serious. This is not for a person that's like, well, I just want to test it out. If you want to test something out, do the day trading 101. That's 30 days self-paced information given to you pertaining to trading. You get lessons, you get a trading journal, like all kind of stuff or whatever. You do that at your own pace, and it's $99. Okay, like do something like that, or keep coming on here. This is totally free. Whatever, like do stuff that's very low cost. Okay, if you want to figure out if trading is for you. This type of thing is only for people who are serious. Like you've been struggling and you want to fix whatever you're struggling in as a trader. That's for you. Anyone else? I would say do something that costs far less. Okay, free 99 on YouTube, or doing like the day trading 101, which is 99 bucks. That's 30 days of every day receiving a new lesson. Okay, that sale 15% off. This Memorial Day sale is going to start on the 24th. So this Friday, yes, this Friday is when the sale is going to kick off. So a link is going to be released. So you should see the link in my the description of this video. That the link tree, that link is going to be updated. And then the sale prices are going to be in there just for those 4 days. After that 4 days, y'all, it go back to the regular price. Okay, so if you're serious, there will be payment plans available. You'll have that option in there as well to do that. Or if you want to just email Prosperity Calls, Leona Clark at prosperitycalls.com. That's in there too. You can email that and then just work out a payment plan. Okay, if the one that is on there doesn't work for you. Okay. So with that, I wanted to make sure people are aware of that. Last thing, some of our other upcoming events, we have not just the discount for the 6-week intensive trading bootcamp, but we also have the matrix, because we're going to be going to Belgium and helping some people better understand trading and investing. So we'll be in Belgium for about 7 days. We'll be traveling for 7 days. So we'll be in Belgium actually for about 5 days, because 1 day is traveling. So yeah, so we'll be in Belgium for 5 days. And we have the event on June 1st. So if you have not grabbed your ticket, y'all scan the QR code on here. Grab your ticket if you're in the area in Belgium. If you know someone that lives in Belgium and they're curious about investing, trading, and it's not just investing when we're talking about, like I talk about crypto, but we also have someone that I love and know and is doing exceptionally well, especially in a short amount of time, and is really grasping the knowledge on stocks and how to invest in them, how to break down companies and stuff. Y'all, you want to learn this stuff. This stuff. And the prices are very cheap for the ticket. So scan the QR code if you're going to be in Belgium, if you're in Belgium. If you want to travel outside of the country, if you want to travel out of the United States, this is a perfect time, because Belgium is centrally located in Europe. So you're very close to a lot of different countries. That's what we're going to be doing after this event. We're going to be traveling and going to different countries, right? So yeah, so we have that on the 1st, and then I have the day trading workshop that's going to be coming up. It's going to be a 4-day workshop, a lot of hands-on, but it's going to be giving you some basic information pertaining to trading, giving you the breakdown on my system. So if you're like, hey, I want to do that live with you, this would be the place to do it, since you probably missed the day trading bootcamp that's going on right now. So this will be another opportunity for you to do that, and it's a lower cost than the one-to-one. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, so y'all, that's it. Our next live market analysis is happening May 26th. That's next Sunday. So I'll be back next Sunday because I missed last week. So we're going to make it up and do 2 back-to-back. And then after that, it'll be June 9th. That'll be the next one. As long as I'm doing the day trading bootcamp, I'm only going live twice a month, okay, to do these. After the bootcamp is over, because this is my last one, after the bootcamp is over, I'll be back to every Sunday, okay? Yes, and can I tell them? Can I tell them? Debbie, can I tell everybody? Let me know. Let me know. Just say yes, TT, or no, TT. Can I tell everybody? Okay, cool. So my nephew, who has started trading at the age of 16 and will be 18 this year, right? So he's going to be an adult. But he is coming with me to Belgium, right? And he's going to be, helping some people better understand this skill and just showing people like what's possible. So it's not just coming from me, but he learned at a young age, and he's still a teenager, and he's doing exceptionally well for himself, and he's staying a student. And so I want other people to be able to see that it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you have on your plate, because for a 17-year-old, his plate is very full. it's like an adult. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, if he can do it, if I could do it, if you really want it, you can make the time to get it done yourself as well. You just got to know, where your lane is for you, and then you just work around it. So I'm excited. My nephew is coming. I have another person that is coming, and it's going to be sharing some insight pertaining to stock investing. So y'all get your ticket, man. Look, I'm gonna hit the back button. Just get your ticket, scan that QR code real quick, bam, and then I want to see y'all in Belgium. I am so excited for everybody that's gonna be there because you're gonna get a whole lot of value. And hey, check this out. Y'all ready to hear something? I don't know if they're gonna live. I'm gonna say it anyway. So if you are there, we're gonna be doing an in-person trading session, like actually getting on the markets and looking at trades together, live, in person, face to face. So no Zoom. So I'm just saying, if you're in Belgium, if you want to go to Belgium, get your ticket so that way you can be there with us trading live. I'm just saying. All right. So anyway, so that's it, y'all. That's our next session is next Sunday. Make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, give me that thumbs up, and also comment and share this video. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so very much. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening and great week. And let's go get it. All right, let's crush it. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Bye, y'all.